This is David Jaffe. And this video is titled That Crazy Jaffe. David Jaffe is a woketard. And apparently always has been. And it's a 4-minute, 48-second video. And we're going to react to it because, of course, we are.
I was like, all right, I'll help him out if I can. But I really, it's not that I didn't care.
It's
like
crazy. That's his voice. His voice has not changed at all. But the dude looks like a completely different creature these days. It's crazy. It's crazy to hear that voice come out of this guy.
I was like, all right, I'll help him out if I can. But I really, it's not that I didn't care. Like, screw Twisted Metal, I don't care. But I had sort of moved on, so it didn't really bother me. It only bothered me once the games came out. You have to sort of understand the world of Twisted Metal to make a Twisted Metal game. And I think what those guys got was they understood it sort of at a marketing level. Twisted Metal's cool and the characters are dark and they're wacky. But it was done like a 40-year-old trying to be cool versus actually somebody who got the world and loved the world and respected the world. It felt more like they were trying to sort of, they were like posing basically. And I think it really comes through in every aspect of those games.
So, Sweet Tooth, your wish is to eat all the candy and ice cream you want? Your wish is granted.
Oh, Jesus. When I saw the Sweet Tooth character design for 3 and then 4, which was worse, I mean, he looked like a Carney Barker with these stupid...
I will agree with him here. I think Sweet Tooth's design went downhill in 3 and 4, by the way. I'm not afraid to agree with Jaffe here or there in pockets.
Neon purple pants and it's like, what is this? Sweet Tooth is like I've said, Sweet Tooth is me. Sweet Tooth is the darkest, most animalistic side of me, and you guys are turning him into a joke.
That was base as fuck. One eternity later. Okay, so that's before he went crazy then. Because I'm like, whoa, wait a second. He sounds pretty grounded there. I agree with all that. I was looking for something to poke fun at, and I'm like, no, it all checks out.
Eternity later, 3 days later.
So I really said those things. I'm just giving you some context. At the time, this kind of behavior was...
Wait, what are these posts? Does David Jaffe really recommend his new game as a sexual aid? Is that a Kotaku article? Dev's tweet about NGP, God of War's Jaffe draws vagina comparison? God of what?
Kind of celebrated. It was. I don't mean, when I say this kind, I don't mean sexual harassment, but in terms of this kind of like going out into the press and saying crazy shit, it wasn't.
Inkling, no, I disagree. Twisted Metal 3 and 4 were not good games. I will die on that hill. 1 and 2 were amazing. 3 and 4 were terrible. Black brought it all back.
The side and being told that's horrible. Don't you ever fucking say that or we'll fire you. It was just like, that's the reputation and the press covers it. And even if you read a lot of these responses, again, they were like, oh, that crazy Jaffe, not to say any of that makes it okay. And not to say that it's not all my responsibility. It absolutely is. And I was young. I wasn't 20. I was, late 30s, early mid 30s. I mean, I was old enough to know better. But I didn't know better. That's just the truth. I should have known better. I should have done better, but I didn't know better, and I didn't do better. And
what's he insinuating here? What the hell is he even talking about?
It's shitty, man. And I'm sorry if it. I mean, I'm sure it is what it is. It's not like, oh man, I'm still offended. I know. But I bring it up because it's not okay. And I bring it up because reading about the Ubisoft thing, I would be a hypocrite if I act like I never crossed the line. This crosses the line. This is shit. I'm sorry for it. I was going to say something else about it. What the fuck was I going to say? I don't want to edit this. I don't have time to edit today. I'll make another video if I remember. But anyway, yeah, seriously, this. Oh, I know what I was going to say. So, edit your video, Jaffe. I can't. I'm too busy today. Yeah, look, I'm not working in games right now. I may work in games in the future, but I'm not out looking for a job. This is not me trying to get in front of something. This is just a genuine apology. I don't know, man. I mean, we have to be given the opportunity to grow, blah, blah, blah. Sure, we do. We absolutely do.
This is not even a good apology. We have to be given the opportunity to grow, blah, blah, blah. Like, he doesn't even care. He's just like, look, let me just bend the knee, guys. I'm on your side. Stop canceling me. Whatever I need to say. This is me saying whatever the fuck shit you need me to say. I'm saying it here. Blah, blah, blah.
But we
exactly. Don't me to me.
Also need to be responsible for the shit that we do. And I'm just looking at the stuff I said. Remember, my brother was like, he was riding in the car with me. We were driving back from E3 one year, and he was just like, dude, why do you say all this shit? And he was right. He was right. I was just like, I don't know, it's fun, it's stupid, it's silly. I thought it was kind of being cool.
It was being cool. Like, dude. He's so afraid of being canceled that he will do whatever it takes to bend the knee at every step along the way. God. See, this is what Hypnotic was talking about with the whole Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 situation. When he's talking, he's like, bro, like, if your audience disagrees with what you have to say, it's fine. But stand on what you say. And I'm like, no, bro, I hear you. I get that. But I also want to listen to my audience too and kind of understand what's going on right now. And it's an interesting dichotomy, but this is what happens if you start going down that road of just being like, I'll fucking say whatever you need me to say. I'll say it. Just love me, damn it.
I'm so dumb. I apologize. If it did hurt you, I apologize. If I brought,
it didn't hurt anyone. They used it to get ahead, bro. No one gave a shit. You don't even know what you said. You're just like, oh, I said crazy shit. I don't even know what it was, but I'm sorry if it offended you. What even was it?
On the people I worked with, I apologize. I struggle. I wasn't like saying shame like that, like, oh, rolling my eyes. It was more just like, I don't imagine this affected people that. I'm not trying to make this into a big thing. But at the same time, it's
too late.
So I apologize.
He doesn't even know what he's apologizing for. He said, I'm sorry. I apologize like 12 times in a row. I've seen some bad apologies on YouTube. This is up there, guys. He doesn't even know what he's apologizing for. He's just like, look at me. I'm bending the knee. I'm sorry. I apologize. I might have affected or offended people with what I said. I'm with you. I will be subordinate. I will be your slave. I will do whatever it is you need me to do or say moving forward. Just please accept me. That's pathetic.
I want to say I apologize and stop recording. I do. Seriously. I'm sorry.
Wow. Don't be a hypocrite like Jaffe. Never pander to the woke crowd. What even was he apologizing for? I need to restart this because I was so blown away by the change. I need to listen to the beginning. What he even says he's apologizing for. Was it those articles on the side there?
So I really said those things. I'm just giving you some context. At the time,
so it's about the things he said, those things. So this is not edited by this guy that uploaded this clip. This was Jaffe put those things to the side of him, I guess. Does David Jaffe really recommend his new game as a sexual aid? Why are you apologizing for that? BK, I was just wondering that myself. Funny you should ask. I wonder if these articles are still out there. Does David Jaffe really recommend his new game sexual aid? Huh. Guess what? Big shocker here, guys. It's Kotaku. And that's a gigantic ad. Kotaku. Kate Cox. February 7th, 2012. Game designer David Jaffe has been in the news quite a bit this week. His newest game, Twisted Metal, is set to launch in a few days. Wasn't it Twisted Metal Black in 2012? Was there another Twisted Metal just called Twisted Metal? I don't remember at this point. And his recently announced impending departure from studio Eat, Sleep, Play made a bit of a splash. No, it was Twisted Metal for PS3. I don't think I ever played that one. Unfortunately, fucking Kotaku. Unfortunately, looks like we're gonna need some learning to do here on David Jaffe, because unfortunately, while promoting Twisted Metal in an interview with Game Trailers, Jaffe's comments about the multiplayer co-op aspect of the game made another kind of splash entirely, as he suggested male players use their game performance to earn oral sex. What a great idea. I'm on board. Let's do this. What? From 4, where's the video? Why are they not connecting a video here? Is there a video? How do I get rid of this fucking ad? God, Kotaku's so annoying. From 4:15 to 4:25 in the video below, Jaffe opines, I tell you why. Twisted Metal, February 14th, Valentine's Day. It's a great, great romantic gift. If you have a lady friend and she really wants to know the best game ever, and she will give you a fucking blowjob if you play this game. If you let her win Twisted Metal split screen, she will suck your dick. Oh, Jaffe, why did you fall so far? You used to be so amazing.
I would suck off a hobo. You goddamn right I would. Every goddamn day of the week.
So from 4:15 to 4:25, here's the interview in question. Let's see. Where they said from the interview below. What did they remove the video? Because I don't fucking see it here. And there's a gigantic rectangle taking up a quarter of the screen. Hey, look who just showed up. It's an old friend of the channel, Alyssa Mercante. Wow, she's still showing up on Kotaku. There she is, talking to Kevin Smith down there. That's great. Look at that. Alyssa, how do you feel about Kotaku still making money off of you after you're gone? I wonder how that feels. All right, so it says, here's the interview in question. And it's gone. It's just a black screen now. Did they remove it after he apologized? Hold up. I got it, guys. This is 2012, though. Hold on. Why is the upload on 2016? From 4:15 to 4:25. Game Trailers, with 1.13 million subscribers, has a post from 8 years ago with 153 views. I got a good feeling that nobody in this chat has seen this interview.
Defense at any time. And so we ended up adding the ability for the host to say 1 to 3 faction leaders kind of split up the herd. We didn't want everybody like a big scrum going through the level. But now you're either on offense or defensive within a number of innings. So there could be 3 innings or 1 inning or 20 innings. It's up to the host. And in that inning, I get to play offense with my team. We're trying to take your statue down.
This is a different one. This is not it.
Statue from you taking it down. And it just allows you to focus more on the tactics of offense and defense at a more granular level. And then, yeah, I mean, basically points we've added more. Instead of just the goal killing the statue, if you have a 3-inning game, it's whoever has the most points at the end. You can get 1 point for every time you hit the statue. If you bring the statue down, it's 2 points. If the defense team manages to stop your team from launching a missile at all in an inning, they get a point. And then at the end of every inning, we'll reset the health of the statue, put a new one in there. So you really could end up with really, in a lot of ways, more like baseball in terms of its core scoring system, even though obviously you wouldn't look at this game and think baseball at all.
Guys, I got to be honest. I can't find the video anywhere. I can't find the video anywhere. That's fascinating. Okay, here we go. I got a link on it. I found a link. Let's see if it works.
But listen, no, come here. So, it's nice to see you. So listen, you know, and this is not a debate.
You're gonna have to lean into my mic.
But we know
What's happening right now?
Schaefer's a bigger name than I am. You know why?
No.
Because when Druckmann was here, I didn't get invited over. This is like Carson. I didn't get invited over when
We're getting like insight to the behind the scenes of the game industry, how all these people act with each other.
Druckmann was here. But who gets invited over when
All right, this is not the interview. This is not it.
Jaffe's here? Little
Is
Tim
that
Schaefer.
is that Greg Miller?
Let me tell you something.
Lay it on me. Tell me what you gotta tell me.
Where are you at? Are you close on Psycho 2?
Halfway.
Oh, that's awesome. Very, very cool.
You know, the first time I pitched Psychonauts, it just to him.
No, it was not Psychonauts. It was Brutal Legend.
Also, no, but I also came to Psychonauts to you.
Oh, yeah, at
When you were, I
E3.
don't know what your job
Creative
was.
director. And it was at E3, and I loved it. I fucking loved
Like,
it.
show me a design. We'll tell the story someday.
Yeah, no, it was
You're
great.
doing it right now.
But he told me
I can just. You can just take over.
Brutal Legend broke my heart,
I just
though.
want to say hi. I really
Too bad. Now you're into the whole show. Too
Brutal
bad.
Legend broke my
I have
heart
game
because
over
we had a
Gregory
meeting, and
and-
you pitched me Brutal Legend. And
Yeah, I think that's Greg Miller. Yeah, it says right here. Yeah, it's kind of funny, and it says Greg Miller. I mean, this is 9 years ago. We're going a decade ago with these guys. They're tight in the industry. No matter how much of a fuck up they are, if they've been doing it for long enough, they're just there. Like it's the kind of thing where it's like they just exist.
PSX is probably my favorite one of the year. You know, I don't go to PAX that much, but yeah, I love it. I thought it was a good conference, not as good as last year, but it's PSX. It's kind of like
Says David Jaffe's insane PlayStation interview, but this is from 9 years ago. The one that I was looking for
pizza.
was from
Yeah, exactly. Even
2012.
when it's not great, it's still great.
Yeah,
It's pizza.
exactly.
I hear you. I agree with that one as well. Good job.
Yeah.
What are you playing these days?
Well, let's see. I'm still going through Until Dawn with my oldest daughter.
Nice. She like it?
We love it.
Yeah.
It's the reason I haven't finished it yet is, you know, she only has time like Friday nights, Saturday nights we'll play. Other than she's doing her own shit. And so, but yeah, we both love it. And you know, that scene, I don't want to spoil anything, but there's some just wonderful gore in there.
Oh yeah.
And she's right at that age, like when I was getting into horror movies at 12.
Yeah.
And so her mind is just blown. Like that one thing where you have to make the choice between the two people in the buzzsaw.
Yep.
She was just like, oh my God, what do I do?
That's
I'm like,
awesome.
"Oh."
I never
Guys,
thought about
it's
that,
been
playing that,
deleted.
like that, be like your
It's been deleted. So this one here, this is PlayStation Lifestyle. Jaffe talks about BJ comments, says words were twisted. See what you did there. But admits he sucks. Also see what you did there. At self-control. And it goes, okay, all the stuff we already know that we just talked about. Speaking on an interview with game trailers, and then you see at the bottom, well, you can't see it because it doesn't show up, but on my screen, gametrailers.com/video/David Jaffe interview /726547, right? Click on it. It's not there anymore. It just brings you to the generic game trailers homepage on YouTube. They deleted the video. And I don't think anybody has the footage of it anymore. But it's the internet. So it will surface again somewhere. I tell you why. Twisted Metal, February 14th, Valentine's Day, is a great, great romantic gift. If you have a lady friend and she really wants to know the best game ever, she will give you a fucking blowjob. If you play this game, if you let her win, Twisted Metal split screen, she will suck your dick. I mean, talk about a great marketing campaign. I'll get a blowjob by playing Twisted Metal with my girl? Hell yeah. Where do I sign up? How is that offending anybody? I'm failing to see. He didn't even name any names or anything. He's just talking about the game. Like, this is the gaming world. This fucker, Tim Brown, lead game designer on Assassin's Creed multiplayer, weighed in on the topic, criticizing Jaffe's loose lips, as well as journalist tactics on posting quotes. David Scott Jaffe, as a game developer, I respect you, but come on, seriously? Look at this guy. This is the white guys for Kamala. Back then they existed. You know the industry. You know the interviews. It doesn't matter that you said various things in front of the camera. You always have to be on your guard of what you say. I'm just stunned you said that to a camera crew. You must known it would have been used, and you have little control on how they edit it. If this guy owned his words, he would be a fucking legend. But he's such a cuck. He's such a cuck. Allegedly, in my humble opinion. He's such a cuck that he backed down and apologized and said, sorry, guys. Sorry, it's not what I meant to say. I shouldn't have said that. Like, why? Who did you hurt? That was awesome. Why would you not say those things? I'm just glad Jaffe, after all these years, has learned to control his loose lips so that he doesn't get himself in trouble anymore.
Listen, if it was consensual and you didn't hate the Jews, I'd fuck the shit out of you. I would.
Well, except for that. Jaffe replied, I hear you, and I love your games, but I guess I'm just too stubborn because I refuse to let the fact that the media wants to twist things for their own commercial purposes stop me from being genuine when I try to communicate with folks who dig our stuff. This guy used to be so fucking based. They got to him. I know because of that, I get a bloody PR nose from time to time. And even worse, turn off potential folks from working with me who would be surprised to find out just how non-evil I really am. You know, at one point, I would have believed that. But since he's turned into what he is right now, I think ironically, he has become the one thing he wouldn't be. But I think there's not enough transparency in media. And I'd rather just roll the dice and be heartbroken because of the results doing so. So I can continue to feel I represented self honestly. There is a balance. I know. I just really suck at it. Ars Magna says they have dirt on him. That's obvious. I don't know if they necessarily have dirt on him so much as we don't know what happened in his personal life leading to his child transing, and maybe that affecting his outlook, or maybe they got to him and affected his outlook, and then he indoctrinated his kid. I don't know which happened first or how it all happened, but either way, it's not great. It's not great. And this is heartbreaking. This is heartbreaking. Wait, hold on. I skipped all this part. The comment drew criticism from some viewers who labeled Jaffe as sexist on Twitter. They're gone. Tweets are gone. The whole GTBJ thing, it's wild how there's no trace of this. Almost like he cucked himself to the media and they didn't want to push it on him anymore, and it got removed. And he bent the knee and they took it down. Because why is this not everywhere? It's curious. I like vulgar, but the way that was edited came off more vulgar than even I like. There actually was some context to that conversation, as I recall, but the edit only showed the last part of a bigger discussion. Bro, who cares? It was base as fuck. There's nothing wrong with saying you get a BJ for your girl beating you in Twisted Metal. Like, what are we doing here? How is that a bad thing? How is that a bad thing? Internet Archive, maybe. I'm not going to try to do it on the live stream here, but I'll try to find it after this. Hopefully somebody else might be able to find it too. And if you do, please DM it to me or tag me on Twitter with it if you do. Granted, the overall discussion was still intentionally juvenile and over the top, but that as context, especially given the rest of the GT piece, had no indication the interview was going to go vulgar. At least I think you'd see more where it was coming from. It just goes on crying. After reading his defense, Kotaku still believed the post. This was in 2012. This was 2012, guys, with Kotaku. 2012. Holy crap. How long does this go back? He stated that the video was edited to be more provocative, and that he even gave a similar statement for ladies. Dear writer at Kotaku, oh boy, here we go. You don't get to place stuff you don't like in a sentence and then decide to call it misogynistic. Based Jaffe. Please leave that to Webster's. B, you also really should try to watch the whole interview versus a small snippet that Game Trailers put up. I am not saying you will like what I said better or worse, but at least you would not make statements about what I said before or after the clip that they chose to use in their piece. And if you don't have access to the clip, you should at least, in your reporting, make it clear there may have been something before or after given the way the piece was edited, i.e., I didn't just say it out of thin air, flowing from talking about Sweet Tooth's machine gun mechanic and then transitioning into blowjob talk. Context doesn't matter for that. What you said doesn't even matter. Like, I keep going back to what he said. Is like, who cares? Why is that a thing? Besides being funny and entertaining. And let's be honest, like hardcore gamer talk. Finally, you are the one who sees the sexist content where there was none intended. Well, I mean, there was definitely sexual content, but not sexist. Letting anyone win in order to gain favor is not a sexist concept. I mean, maybe it is, but I would never think of it like that anyways. It's fucking life. Like, what? What are we doing? The reason I was addressing men versus women was because at least 95% of our player base in Twisted Metal is male. And I was speaking to my audience. And hell, for all you know, I made a similar statement to the ladies and it was cut out. Again, if I was the editor, fine. But I did not edit the clearly edited piece. Okay, now you're just making excuses for yourself because you didn't say that. So that's a straw man. That means nothing, but whatever. But the fact that he wrote this to Kotaku and then went on apologizing anyways is pathetic. Because this didn't work. Kotaku went double down, triple down. The Games Journal Mafia was like, we got one, boys. Let's fucking ruin this guy's life. If he decides to say these things, we will out him from this industry for good. And he realized that, and he's like, please forgive me, for I have sinned. Let me back into your cult, and I promise to be better. So yeah, that's the history of David Jaffe in a situation that I had no idea about before I even started the stream tonight. I just thought it was funny to see an old video of him. And I was like, damn, there's a rabbit hole and a half with Jaffe and his BJ talks. He used to be based as hell. Now, he's just a shell of his former self.